You're about to see the 30 most spectacular videos that my audience sent me last year. A paranormal compilation that will make you relive the most terrifying moments of the year. So get ready, because my name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. I challenge you to watch it in full. If you accept the challenge and make it through, comment below. Today we present the 30 most surprising paranormal videos of 2024. Number 30. We start with an epic video that caused quite a stir. Many of you were fascinated by it, and I'm talking about the story of the Miami alien. Do you remember it? On January 2nd, 2024, an extremely strange event occurred in Florida. An event that caused a whole hysteria, since some believe it was a paranormal incident of an alien nature. And the videos are incredible, something that most had never seen. There were hundreds of police patrols that were deployed that night, hundreds and hundreds of officers to contain what some believed was of unknown origin, and that quickly went viral on the internet as a result of people and witnesses who began to upload videos completely terrified, telling what they had seen. Creatures more than 3 meters high that appeared out of nowhere. Have you ever seen something like this? Have you ever seen something like this? It's been a year since this event, and the situation is still mysterious. Number 29. This video is nothing short of spectacular. Subtle, but spectacular nonetheless. You see, Naomi Guadalupe is the subscriber who in my email claims to still be shocked after witnessing a disturbing situation on a live broadcast on social networks. She says that one of her neighbors began to convey the unfortunate consequences of a fatal traffic accident that occurred near his house. It is a situation that from sad became disturbing when during the transmission, the blue blanket that covered the only body that was still in the vehicle mysteriously rose. In fact, it stayed like that until the end. Watch. I remind you that this was a live broadcast of an extremely delicate and otherwise sad event that ended with the lives of a few people. So just thinking about possible manipulation is already quite reprehensible. However, this does not seem to be the case. Whoever was doing the broadcast was as baffled as Naomi. Could it be due to the action of the wind? Or do you think something lifted the canvas? Let me know what you think. Number 28. The video at number 28 impressed me the first time, and reading the comment box, it still doesn't make sense what was actually seen here. So far, it is still the actual Reaper apparition. What you're about to see next, according to Franklin Amador, is honestly spectacular. He tells us that he has seen these images several times and still thinks the same thing. What appeared here was death. You see, Franklin noticed an inexplicable detail captured by a camera going towards the location where a bus overturned, leaving numerous dead and injured. A fatality that, according to him, could have been due to the action of forces that go beyond our understanding.
Repito, ya los dos helicópteros de Fuerza Aérea Hondureña están a próximo ya a aterrizar en esta pista improvisada que se ha producido acá. Ya tenemos imágenes de noticieros hoy mismo, mucha atención. Aterrizar en esta pista improvisada que se ha producido acá.
Did you notice it? Although the camera moves quickly, you only need to slow it down a little to notice something strange just before the vehicle leaves the road. What is that on the bus? Could it be a person on the roof of the vehicle? But where are its feet? Don't you think it looks as if it's levitating? In addition, it is far from the light poles, so it does not correspond to one of them. There seems to be nothing hanging, nothing in front. There is no possibility that this is a setup. Use your logical denial and explain in the comments what the heck this is. Although they call him crazy for Franklin, that mysterious black silhouette is death in person, waiting for the souls of those unfortunate passengers on the bus. Number 27. The footage in position number 27 was very difficult to choose. It belonged to the compilation 10 horror videos so sinister they'll make you hide under the bed. I say that it was difficult to choose, especially because that collection had, in general, very interesting footage. However, I prioritized an original video from my channel that then began to go viral on all social media. Let's see it once again. This is supposed to be a sporadic recording like the ones that we make to send our family. However, it quickly became, for Ruben Alejandro, our subscriber, the greatest paranormal evidence of his life.
Melo, te voy a poner otro. Ya el último antes de que te vayas. Ven, ya el último. Ven nomás. Monterrey empieza con M y termina con T. Monterrey empieza con M y termina con...
For Ruben Alejandro, this is simply incomprehensible. An enormous terror shook his entire family when they noticed that face in the recording. Ruben assures that at that moment, only his friend and his parents were there, and that to this day, they do not know who that strange face that appears from behind the woman belongs to. A dark face that seemed to breathe down his mother's neck. Furthermore, and not a small factor, when focusing on that face, the image has small flaws. Did you notice it? White lines distorted the image for a few seconds, as if interference was being done. Could it be a ghost? Or maybe something from somewhere else? Tell me what you think. Number 26. He just wanted to make a random video to upload to his social networks, a clip to kill time while he accompanied his brother to undergo some medical exams. No one realized what was happening in the reflection. How is this possible? Could it be an error in the image? Or perhaps a discrepancy resulting from the perspective of the shot? On his social networks, he assures that this facial expression does not match the one his brother has, as if it were a different person. Could that expression belong to an entity that through the mirror took possession of his brother's image to manifest? A theory that, based on the shocking nature of the image, cannot be ruled out. What do you think? Number 25. From Mexico City, Alex, a loyal subscriber, says that it is becoming too difficult to get up every morning to go to work, since in his own words, the place is haunted. Obviously, when you come across with things like this. The recordings are incredible, and their explanation is illogical. In the first, it mentions that the premises are closed and there are no drafts, so the falling of the blue post-it notes cannot be attributed to that. As for the second recording, they say that on more than one occasion they have heard footsteps and murmurs like those of a woman, but that until now they had not seen anything more specific. However, the most shocking thing was the testimony of a security guard who works there, who claims to have come face to face with this entity, a being similar to a girl, describing her as having a bony, pale face and with really creepy features, horrifying as seen in the image. Could it be that this entity is trying to take over this place? Alex doesn't want to find out and says he wants to change jobs as soon as possible, something that from the image becomes quite understandable. What would you do if you came face to face with a being like that? Comment below. Number 24. From the first time I saw this video, I was extremely surprised because many things happen in it. Do you remember this motorcyclist and the events that happened on this strange day? Let's review it. Antonio Hernandez is the subscriber who sent me this very strange clip. This is one of those videos so special that you will hardly see anything like it again. According to what Antonio says, what happened here was a failure in reality, a rupture of the quantum fabric. This biker broke quantum physics. He says reality shatters, foreshadowing what was to come. It would happen seconds later. I know it sounds crazy, but sit comfortably and pay attention to the scene. What happened here? You saw it, right? Did you see the same biker fall from the sky? What is it waiting for? Where does it come from? Where does it fall from? And why is he wearing the same clothes as the biker? Notice he even looks like a doll. No one present noticed this. Now I have to blur what follows, as this car tries to defend the woman by accelerating, although the criminal manages to climb onto the hood, apparently unharmed. He does not suffer the same fate further ahead. It should be noted that the subject later dies as a result of serious injuries caused by his bad decisions. Could this have been some kind of premonition? But what kind of premonition happens like that, with a new version of oneself appearing on the other side? Notice that it is as if it had been replicated just at the moment of falling from the motorcycle. As if, instead of falling from the motorcycle, he had passed through a portal and had fallen from the sky. But no, because there he is. Then it is as if the lady's action of pushing him had triggered a tiny probability at a quantum level whose destiny was for him to replicate. Wait, what? I don't know if you know, but in quantum theory, everything that happens to us is the result of a probability. The reason why when you fall to the ground and don't shoot out into the universe is because the probability of falling to the ground is almost 99.9%. However, there is always a tiny possibility that that infinitely small probability will be unleashed where all your particles are synchronized to impact an improbable quantum phenomena. They say that spontaneous combustion is part of this. You know, the phenomena of just catching fire out of nowhere and turning to ashes in a second. Maybe what happened here is part of the same phenomena. Antonio tells me that after this incident and the footage, no one saw anyone in his garden, no dents in the fence, or marks that would show that in fact, someone fell here, as if he had fallen and went straight through the ground. Watch the video again and try to find an explanation. Tell me what you think. Number 23. I have seen the video in this position many times, and today when I replay it again, it makes me question. Appeared in position number 1 in 10 horror videos so strange they will make you question reality. A mysterious clip, first because it was captured in a cemetery, and second because the person being recorded escapes upon being discovered. The idea was to fly over the place at night, or people with the intention of vandalizing graves. However, the device encounters something extremely disturbing. Pay attention. It was early morning and the place was completely dark. However, the camera records what at first could be a person. But what person goes to a cemetery at that hour and at night without some device to illuminate their path? Furthermore, the way he gets up and leaves is odd. He leaves as if he were levitating and not walking with his legs. Do you notice that? Is it just a montage? Or do you think it is a spirit visiting this place? Please, I ask you to leave your opinion in the comment box. Number 22. The following footage was captured by a security camera when a guard noticed the movements of a disturbing presence during the night. A recording that for him reveals the appearance of what he describes as a witch. Let's listen to his version of the story.
Son las 11:11. Mire, quiero que usted chequee en la pantalla, en la parte izquierda, un objeto que va ahí bajando. En la parte izquierda, por favor. Esto es el techo, ahí viene bajando el objeto, Ahora usted va a chequear cómo va a salir. Por ahí por donde está esa luz que está enfocando. Esa lámpara, mire, con un objeto rojo a ver la arena, mire cómo está brincando. Mira cómo sube la luz y la pared. Ese objeto rojo, mire. Mira cómo está. Mira cómo está el objeto rojo en la esquina. Va a salir de nuevo otra vez. Mire cómo está brincando, mira allá, como se mete como el lavadero, mire cómo va bajando el lavadero. Mírenlo ahí. Mira cómo viene ahí. Ya, para mí, yo nunca he visto una bruja, pero para mí eso es una bruja.
The first thing that catches your attention and that the guard shows is how this being practically descends from the sky. Do you see it? Look at where it appears from. That thing is not a hot air balloon, nor a helium balloon. This thing has a sense of direction. Wow, it's not a bug on the lens either. You can see how it is covered by this building. That thing is actually there. We are not talking about a bird, a drone, or some other known flying object. Here we are in the presence of something completely different, whose behavior makes it look even more disturbing. And if you look closely, it suddenly begins to make strange zigzagging movements at spectacular speeds, as if it were levitating in the middle of a ritual or something similar. Furthermore, and incredibly, at times it manages to change shape. Have you seen something like this before? Could it really be a witch? Comment below. Number 21. Ernesto Morales shares a video that I am sure that will make you rewind it several times. The man you now see on the screen is Alejandro Pueblas, a journalist who also owns several social networks where he makes podcasts. In one of his recordings, while he was making a note in the Silver Cemetery, he came across something that, quoting him, it left him with a mixture of the worst feelings. Let's see it. Did you realize it? Ernesto tells us that he sees a girl there in a white dress. Do you see the same? I have analyzed this video several times, and it does indeed seem to be the reflection of a girl. At first, I thought it could be a light effect resulting from the man blocking the outside light with a silhouette, that it was a simple coincidence that the figure adopted the silhouette of a girl in a dress. But then I realized that if it were a reflection or an effect of the journalist, a similar movement should follow at the same pace. But although the man reduces his speed right at this point, the spectrum continues walking at the same speed, which makes me think that this figure is not projected by him. Can someone not seen in the screen cause a reflection in the lens? Because otherwise, the simplest answer is that it was a spectrum. What do you think? Number 20. I have seen the video in this position many times, and today when I replay it again, it makes me question. It's about a chicken with extremely strange legs. It should be noted that on July 4th, 2024, the AI for making videos had not yet achieved its naturalness. Let's see it. The paranormal not only lies in the terrifying, its ramifications disintegrate towards the inexplicable and even towards the bizarre. At first glance, I can say that at least the chicken is real and its movement is real, but the legs may be CGI and the original ones may have been erased, giving it that disturbing appearance. No animation error is noticeable in those legs, the ones that are supposedly in 3D. The other option is that it is a malformation, but a malformation of this type is difficult and therefore not credible. Be that as it may, if you saw this animal at night walking towards you, it would surely shake every bone in your body. Number 19. For this post, I left a recording sent by a subscriber where you can see an auditorium and a chair that moves mysteriously by itself. We all know how difficult it is sometimes to lower these seats, and this one moved on its own. However, what is really strange here is something that I did not see when we released it last year, but something that you pointed out. Look here. Something very small runs at full speed down the aisle.
What? Yeah.
As I've explained in previous videos, paranormal manifestations happen just like this, with small, subtle movements in the most unexpected moments and places. Have you ever witnessed situations like this? I invite you to share your experiences in the comments. Number 18. For position number 17, we are left with a disturbing recording captured by a man who, due to his job, had to spend the night taking care of an enclosure that functions as a storage warehouse. It was while he was walking through a space that suddenly the strange noise coming from one of the corners scared him greatly, so he immediately took out his smartphone to record the moment. The result of that recording, to this day, gives him intense chills. Pay attention.
No manches, es lo que se veía. ¿Qué es lo que se ve ahí? ¿Qué se ve? Ay, no manches.
Obviously terrified, the man simply fled from there, never to return, leaving as testimony this shocking footage, where the supposed girl reveals that disturbing face to be captured on camera. And I emphasize the word supposed, since her appearance does not match the characteristics of a normal girl. If you noticed, you can first see the eyes between that separation with the window, and to then peek out from below, eyes so bright and disturbing that it literally caused the subject to panic. Who or what is actually appearing? What would you do if something like this happened to you, and knowing that you were alone in a place like that? Questions whose answers you can leave in the comment box. Number 17. The following footage is sent by Carlos Molina, who in his email assures that what you will see below was captured in a live broadcast. The recording of a strange being has shaken social networks. Observe.
This the spot. Nah, come back out. Look, why they be peeking like that? Peeking. Alright, so look, let me know. I'm gonna let this stay. Just let me know if y'all think I should try to be friends with them. Maybe I'll come bring them some food or something. The spot. This the spot. Nah, come back out. Look, why they be peeking like that? Peeking. Alright, so look, let me know. I'm gonna let this stay. Just let me know.
Most of the videos that make up this collection were sent by my audience. If you know or have similar videos that you want me to see, do not hesitate to send them to my email or as a direct message to my official networks. Without further ado, let's continue. They say it is a goblin or some other similar forest creature, an image that thanks to technological advances may be possible to position there digitally. It could be, right? Simply a fake video. Yes, I thought the same. But here's the problem. This video was recorded during a live broadcast. Personally, I don't know how something like this can be set up. Tell me in the comments. Is it possible to make a live video? If it can't be pre-recorded, then what the heck is it? Number 16. The video in this position remains for footage that generated a lot of debate in the comment box. An extremely strange clip where a boy appears without a reflection in the mirror. In fact, relating them to the paranormal is negative for the brand. The video came from Choi Yoon-suk, the pseudonym of a follower who, while watching TikTok videos, witnessed a strange event when one of the members of a K-pop group entered to explore the office of a modern building. I watched this video dozens of times, and I still cannot understand how something like this happened.
여기에 카메라가 있을 이유가 없지. 아이고 허리야. 아이고 무릎아. 여기에 카메라가 있을 이유가.
As if he were a vampire, the young man's reflection in the mirror simply isn't there. However, if you look closely, a little later, his reflection does appear, and he was at almost the same distance as before. How can he look normal at one moment, but completely disappear the next? Could this be some kind of editing trick? Choi insists it was a glitch in reality. Tell me what you think. Number 15. The subscriber who sent me the following video says the Grim Reaper was caught in an accident. In the video, you can see some people recording from inside a car. They slowly pass through this sector, where in fact, it seems that an accident occurred. But the interesting thing happens later. Let's see if you can capture it.
¿Qué pasó ahí? Ay, algo pasó ahí. Algo pasó ahí. ¿Qué pasó ahí? Algo pasó ahí.
¿Qué es lo que hay allá, César?
¿Cómo?
¿Qué hay allá? ¿Eso no es lo que es?
Papá, pero ¿qué es lo que hay ahí?
¿Eso qué es?
Ay,
Empezó a moverse.
ay, mira.
Empezó a moverse.
Papá, ¿qué va a pasar? Papá, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso?
Mire, la gente lo mira.
Mire cómo pasó la moto.
Pasó voladísimo.
Ay, se la meten al carro, se la meten al carro.
¿Eso qué
Dios
es?
mío, señor, mire, mire. Se desapareció, espere, papá, espere. Mire, los carros.
Grabe, la papi, grabe eso.
Mire los carros. Pero papá, ¿qué es eso? Espere, ¿qué es eso?
¿Qué es eso?
Se desapareció, se prenda la luz y se desapareció. Venga, ¿qué está haciendo?
As the vehicle slows down, a shadowy, dark figure, dressed in what appears to be a long robe, begins to cross the road. This entity moves slowly, dangerously and recklessly, crossing the street. The title of the video suggests the Grim Reaper crossed in front of them. However, before concluding that we are facing a supernatural event, let's use our logical denial and determine what is most reasonable. Could it have simply been a person? Now, something happened here that our subscriber who sent it to me apparently did not realize. What is that blanket that seems to be inside the vehicle? Notice that before this, the blanket was not there. The windshield looks complete. I've seen it a dozen times, thinking I'm getting something wrong, but I can't figure it out. What is this to you? Leave it in the comments. Number 14. The video that you will see in this post was taken from Horror Videos That Will Force You to Sleep with the Lights On, published on July 25th, 2024. It was difficult to select the best one here, since there were several. We had a ghost that sat on a bed, 2 suns captured on the horizon, a swarm of UFOs, and a mysterious ghost inside a home. It was difficult since almost all the videos were good. However, I have decided to select the video that had the most reactions from you in the comment box. Let's watch it. What is that? It looks like a face that seems to emerge from behind her hair. What the heck is that? It looks like a face that seems to emerge from behind her hair. Do you see it? It seems to have its eyes wide open. Definitely a terrifying appearance. However, it's striking to me that the context was already horrifying, making me think that it was planned. Many in the comments of this video claim the same thing, that it was planned on purpose and in order to gain followers. However, and to this day, the young woman denies this, ensuring that at the time of the recording, she was completely alone there. Do we believe her? True or not, there is no doubt that the clip is quite bizarre. Number 13. What I have left in this position is a video where something paranormal was captured by accident. It was not planned to record a paranormal phenomena. It just happened. An elf captured by 2 boys. In the following image, we see a couple of children recording themselves trying to demonstrate their skills with the ball. A fairly common situation among homes in this part of the world. However, and after exchanging the ball on a couple of occasions, the child notices the presence of something else in the home. The child notices the presence of something else in the home. A small creature appears behind the door, a being similar to a goblin, which certainly scares the little ones due to the unexpected encounter. Could it be real or fake? Tell me what you see when we put it in slow motion. Number 12. What you will see below caused a great impact on social networks. The image you are seeing corresponds to the exploration that a group of young people began to carry out after hearing strange noises coming from a rocky area. What they saw while there, to this day, freezes their blood. Observe.
Hocam. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hocam bu ne ya? Ana. Oğlum.
O ne?
Hocam. Vallahi içeride bir şey var. Var ya burada bir şey sıkışmış bak. Taşın içinde bir şey var. Ana ne oluyor? Hocam. 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 Aa!
What is that? Going into the comments, many say that it is probably an owl or some other bird with similar characteristics. These animals usually have huge eyes. However, these species do not emit those types of sounds. It's as if it were a wild animal trapped in a cage. Also, it seems to have no feathers or fur. Following our logical denial, it is most likely a digital manipulation, perhaps CGI, or even AI. But beyond its origin, there is no doubt that the recording is extremely impressive. Number 11. I miss being among the forest. What lies in this position is about a couple of young people who dared to enter a property in a state of abandonment, or at least, that's what they thought, until reality hit them head on. Observe.
Mira, ahí está la entrada. Esto es todo. Todo esto. Aquí hay una entrada y acá ya no se logra ver más. Entonces por aquí hay un puto túnel. Aguanta, güey. ¿Ves que se le lleva la tubería? Oh, te digo, güey. Déjame ir ahora ahí. No te ¡ay, puta madre! ¡Ay, no mames! ¡Ay, cabrón! ¡Ay, cabrón! ¡Ay, córrele! ¡No me dejen atrás! ¡No me dejen atrás! ¡Ah! ¡Ah, mierda! ¡Ay, no!
At the end of some type of pipe, the camera they were carrying captures the presence of what appears to be a homeless person. However, if you look closely, its appearance is quite odd, presenting a pale and somewhat deformed head. What could that really have been? As expected, upon seeing it, the youngsters simply fled from there, leaving us apart from this recording the question regarding the origin of this enigmatic being. What is your opinion on this footage? Number 10. Ruven is a subscriber who told me that many years ago, he and some friends went out to have fun, and they couldn't think of anything better than going into a cemetery at night. They made several recordings without saying anything. Yet Ruben tells us that what he remembers most was the gigantic fear throughout the entire journey. The reason why they sent me the video was because they later reviewed it, correcting brightness and contrast, only to find something that left them extremely traumatized. Let's see if you can count more than one sighting, like Ruben. First, it is important to mention that in this cemetery there is a legend of a girl who a century ago was buried alive here with her mother. The caretakers of the facility claim that the ghost of a girl appears to them. So tell me, did you see anything strange in the video? I will tell you the things that Ruben thinks he saw. First, he says he noticed the silhouette of a girl behind this grave. Then he says that down here, while they were far away, they see small patent leather shoes that change shape when they get closer. And then, in this tomb, a stone moves. The other strange thing is those cuts just when the supposed feet are noticed. It's as if the camera had a glitch. What do you believe? Are they just their imagination? Or he really caught something bizarre here? Number 9. We saw footage in this post for the first time in our video. Extreme horror videos that you never imagined could exist. The following recording was captured by a young man who, during a mass, notices that, as incredible as it may sound, a sculpture of a virgin begins to blink, which is why, surprised and somewhat nervous, he takes out his cell phone to capture what you will see next.
Te lo juro que yo vi que parpadeó.
Ya, silencio, guarda, respeta.
Juro que yo ahorita lo vi.
Ahorita me dicen, ya, silencio.
Ahorita de todas maneras. Amor,
Ya,
lo grabé. Te lo juro que yo vi que parpadeó.
ya, silencio, guarda, respeta.
Juro que yo ahorita lo vi.
Ahorita me dicen, ya, silencio.
Ahorita de todas maneras. Amor,
Ya,
lo grabé.
Although the camera is not of high resolution, it still manages to capture a subtle and almost imperceptible movement in the eyelids of that statue. Do you notice it? Although for some this could be the result of an error in the image or a distortion when zooming in, the reaction of the young man is striking, who was so surprised by the situation that even his partner asked him to calm down, which evidently was a situation beyond all logic.
silencio, guarda, respeta.
Juro que yo ahorita lo vi.
Ahorita me dicen, ya, silencio.
Ahorita de todas maneras. Amor,
Ya,
lo grabé.
Could it belong to some kind of divine sign? Comment below. Number 8. From time to time, I like to color my videos with a little melancholy, so that the feeling left is not one of terror, but of sadness. That game between the mysterious, paranormal, and sadness I think they leave a very good final sensation. That's why I wanted to include this clip again in this compilation, where you see a little dog who was visited by his deceased friend, a ghost dog that appears to play once again. If you look closely, at times it really seems as if the white dog disappeared and reappeared again. As can be read in the recording, the spiritual form of one of his recently deceased pets returns to be once again in the company of the one who was his faithful friend in life. A shocking and emotional video that not only makes it clear that every living being has a soul, but also that there are souls capable of returning to continue accompanying their loved ones. Number 7. The video in position number 7 was a difficult decision, since that compilation had several very important clips. I'm talking to you about extreme horror videos that will haunt you in your dreams. In that one, we had a girl whose hair is pulled in an inexplicable way, and also the one that I decided to leave at the end, which is a very surprising occurrence of a creature captured in a cave. That was the video that you rewound many times. In the image, you can see the moments in which a person was exploring a cave. He entered and left without detecting anything. It was not until later, when he reviewed the recording, that he would notice something very odd. The image captures within one of the cavities of the area the presence of what appears to be a creature walking in a hunched manner. Do you notice it? Look at how it moves. Notice its head. What are we seeing? An image that has given rise to a diversity of theories and speculations. That it is a species not yet discovered, an alien creature, and even ghosts. Which of these explanations do you think is more likely? Let me know what you think. Number 6. In this position, I have left a clip that appeared in the first part of paranormal videos captured by police. Footage that is shocking since many claim that it is completely real. Let's see how we presented it on that occasion. This happened a couple of years ago in Mexico City, where the resident of a building alerted the police after hearing loud bangs coming from the upper floor. According to reports, the apartment, which had apparently been abandoned for years, was searched by officers without finding anyone inside. However, when leaving there, a camera that was positioned across the street recorded this shocking sequence.
No, sí, mejor sí adelantar.
from one of the apartment windows, you can see the figure of several children staring intently at what was happening outside. However, what makes us think that these are ghosts is the behavior of one of them. It seems that at times he disappears. Don't you think so? People who have seen this video also say that their clothes are similar to those worn at the beginning of the 20th century. Also striking is the presence of a girl who apparently was holding a doll as she turned in front of the other two. Why are they there? How did they get to that place? Questions that until now has not found a satisfactory answer. Number 5. What you now see on the screen corresponds to images captured by a security camera located in a chapel in Brazil. A wake was being held at this time. The deceased body would remain in the chapel overnight so that people could say their goodbyes first thing in the morning. The chapel was closed when the camera caught this. To this day, it is not explained how that heavy door could be opened, but more importantly, it is that silhouette that seems to enter, as if someone had opened the door and invited him in. For believers, this is living proof that the spirit exists, and that phenomena not yet understandable to us occur. For believers, this is a living proof that the spirits exist, and that phenomena not yet understandable to us occur after our death. Some even believe that it was the grace of God who opens the door and allows the spirit of the deceased to enter to attend his own wake and perhaps understand what happened and its next phase. Do you believe in these things? How does this video make you feel? Number 4. What lies in position number 4 occurred during a random night in a hospital where 3 medical students were doing shifts. Bored and with little to do, they decided to go explore an abandoned area of the building. The old emergency room, a discommissioned place that is rumored to be haunted.
Oh god.
Feels like
I'm not excited about this. I didn't even get to finish eating my sandwich.
it feels like we're getting on a. You nervous? Why are you nervous?
Because it's hard.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
Over the years, this place was a scene of countless tragedies. Patients died in heartbreaking circumstances, including, it is said, a girl whose death deeply affected those who worked there. Many believe that the spirits of those patients still haunt the place. Upon arriving at the room and beginning to tour the facilities, everything seemed normal and calm. However, after entering a dark room, that peace would suddenly change. Observe.
Go ahead and figure out why the lights are. I don't like that. I don't like that. Do it.
They look like evil eyes. You guys are coming with me.
Yeah, of course we're gonna go in with you.
Thanks. Ooh, this feels weird. Was that you?
Yeah.
didn't move.
No, it did.
Yeah, it did. It moved.
No,
It
no,
moved. It
didn't.
moved. Yes, it did.
Why would it
It did.
move?
How did you not see it? Oh, okay. Ooh.
Suddenly, the camera of one of them captured a disturbing movement in a curtain, as if someone had pushed it. But that was not all. Just a few seconds later, a cane, which was leaning in a corner, fell to the ground without apparent explanation. The three students, dominated by panic, ran out of there, leaving behind that heavy atmosphere that seemed loaded with something more than simple rumors. What really happened in that room? Could they be the spirits of the patients who once occupied that area? Or was it just a coincidence that fueled their fears? The truth is that the images are here so that everyone can draw their own conclusions. Number 3. For position number 3, I left a video that, according to their own comments, left a taste of stress, worry, and a lump in their throats. A real case that kept them completely tense during the minutes of duration. Let's watch it. Ghosts and the paranormal are extremely interesting, and searching for these videos is also interesting. However, when putting together a compilation like this, sometimes I come across footage that is quite cold, dark, and that leaves me with an odd feeling in my chest. And the video that caused this to me the most, I will show you now to end this collection. I can tell you that it is nothing paranormal, but of all the videos I saw, it is the one that came closest to giving me real terror. Simply putting yourself in this officer's shoes will cause you to be extremely frightened. On November 14th, 2022, an officer was dispatched to Milwaukee in the United States for domestic alimony problems. But when the police arrived on the scene, he found that something was not right. Please visualize that you are the police officer. You are alone and must investigate this dark home. At all times, imagine what your responses and actions would be to what the suspect will tell you. Remember, you are looking for Dorothy, the owner of this apartment.
You got an animal or something? Go ahead. What, this one? Yeah. What's that for? Oh, no, just block the door and swing something. I got you. You want to just back on the door? Dorothy! Where's her man? You got any lights here? Yeah. Lights on? Hey, let's go there. What do you mean? Right here. Oh. She's right here. Dorothy? Is she sleeping? Okay. How long she been sleeping for? Since 6. What's the bag for? She likes the bag. She likes the bag. You're not covered like that. Because you're really looking out. No, you were covered like that.
your hands up. Turn around, put your hands behind your back. 5446. Y'all give another squad to my location and the supervisor. Put your hands behind your back. You don't got any weapons or anything, buddy. Sir, don't even look at me. Hands behind your back. You're looking at me. Don't do that. Why are you looking? No, you're not gonna get shot, but you looking at me like that is kind of making me nervous. Stop looking at me. Don't do that. I'm telling you. Stop looking at me. You're gonna get tased. You hear me? Just letting you know. Don't do that. Alright? I got a taser right now. Okay. Just letting you know. Make that little squad 1017, please.
12537, Super Officer responded 2348 North, both in the lower 1017, 5372. Come work.
Just don't pretend to. Because you're doing too much movement and you're making me nervous.
I'm for 60, sequel for that.
No. Just don't move.
How you doing? 10-1. Sequel for that.
Come around.
10-1.
Come around. On your stomach. You shoot. No, on your stomach. Sir, on your stomach. Okay, you're doing too much.
Okay.
No, you're gonna get tased.
Okay, I'm down.
Put your hands behind your back, now. Hands behind your back. Behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your other hand behind your back.
What was the address again?
Your other hand behind your back.
5348 North, both in the lower.
Stop resisting. I'm not resisting. Put your hand behind your back. Your other hand. Yep, put it behind your back. Don't move. Stop! Stop resisting! Stop! 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 Stop!
Even after the police officer used his service weapon, the man continues to resist. Luckily, reinforcements were soon to arrive and managed to stop a situation that could have gone horribly worse. Aren't situations like these much more dangerous and terrifying than the paranormal? Ghosts are mysterious and interesting, but they can't hurt you. Although the danger that this police officer experienced was very real. Tell me what you thought of this video in the comment box. Number 2. For position number 2, we left a video that had many repetitions. The vast majority of you had to rewind it many times to see it more clearly. I call it the old reptile. Do you know what I mean? It is said that they have tried to remove this recording from the internet dozens of times, that it is a prohibited clip, that it's very difficult to find it completely on the internet, and as soon as you see it, you realize why. What is that? Rumors say that a family called the police in terror after finding their dog dead in the living room. This creature has its hands soaked in blood, as well as its mouth. The video is certainly creepy. It looks so real. This is not made in 3D, and most likely it is made with AI. Our mind convinces us that it has to be AI because it just cannot possibly be real. Perhaps now, with the advances in technology, believing in the paranormal will be practically impossible. Because now, even if the evidence is right in front of you, there is one answer that would always cancel everything out. artificial intelligence. What do you believe? Number 1. In position number 1, we find a segment which for me won the year 2024. For me, it is the best recording of last year. I'm referring to the ghost child or angel of death, captured in a hospital. Let's see how we presented it at that time. Do you remember this video? By far, it is the most shocking paranormal video captured in hospitals that I've seen in years, and obviously, it had to exist within this compilation. Let's see it again. This is a Middle Eastern hospital, probably from Lebanon, Jordan, or somewhere else. In it, you see a family paying a visit to a relative. At first, one thinks that there are 3 relatives, 2 adults, and that child who is standing in the corner. However, when the 2 relatives begin to go through him, you realize the truth. This is a spectrum. The most creepy thing of all is that our subscriber adds that the patient received the visit died the same day as this video. Could it be the angel of death who came in the form of a child? Some believe that, but I must repeat what I mentioned in that video. In the world of occultism, white ghosts are spirits of people, benign ghosts. But when the ghosts are dark, pure shadow, as in this case, it is believed that they are demons. And if they are children, it is even worse. Only the most dangerous and ill-intended demons manifest as children. What explanation do you give to this video? Leave me your opinion in the comment box. And if you made it this far, allow me to congratulate you, since you saw the full video going through the best clips of last year. Thank you very much for watching, and let's hope that the paranormal events of the year 2025 are even more spectacular. My name is Leonor Clay, and this was the darkest secret